Hello, it's your boy Rahim here. Today again, I'm in one of my student accommodation they've just secured. It's a rent to service accommodation property. It's bang in the middle of Birmingham. It's bang in the middle of city center, so it's absolutely amazing. So I'm here today basically just to ask him about how he actually was able to secure this deal and what are the hint and tips he can give you and me. Although I am his coach and his mentor, but we just want to learn from him and understand exactly how he comes to doing this. So Papi, thank you so much for being part of this video, and I really appreciate driving all the way just to meet you so I can celebrate with you for the wonderful achievement you've made. So tell us a bit about yourself.
Yeah, I'm Papi and living in Coventry. It's a long time ago I get that idea to do property business.
Yeah.
But the question was
Yeah.
how and when can you start it?
Yeah.
So I tried to find some like a coach or training, and I can say I like people that get Rahim. And then the question was how can I help? Now, I have an idea, but I don't know how I can make it.
Yeah.
But after the training and the mentorship, so now it's okay. After 3 or 4 weeks, I get the first one. I can secure this one where I want to try to make service accommodation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, Papi, I know you recently came from. Is it Denmark? And obviously English is not your first language, as we could all tell. But you saw me online basically, seeing one of my ads to say English is not your first language. Obviously hit me. So you saw that that ad, that video, and then that video literally drives you towards me, and you were able to ring me on my office, and then obviously we had a meeting, and then you joined the training as well as the mentorship program, and in about 3 or 4 weeks you secure your first ever rental service accommodation property. So now I know people are out there wanting to get into this, but they're really facing some fear of the unknown. That's the one thing, and also some of them also fear about maybe English is not their first language. Some of them came from Czech Republic, Romania. Some people, and they are all worried about maybe English not their first language, and they may not be able to secure a deal or be able to convince a landlord to give them their property. So what advice do you have for people like that?
I know the problem is not with the language.
Yeah.
The problem is just motivation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you can see, English is not really my first language, but after 3 weeks I can secure one property.
Yeah.
So it's just motivation and to get a good mentor. That's it.
Right, okay. So what you're trying to say basically is good to have the skills, obviously, but also mindset, motivation, and a coach and a mentor is what expedite your process. One of the things also that I admire about you, to be honest with you, is the passion you have. Exactly. I remember when I said, okay, our first mentorship program, our first meeting would be this date, and he said, oh, I'm gonna drive to Cardiff. You know, I was shocked when he said that, because everybody wants to do it in Zooms, Skype, or Google Hangouts. But you said you're gonna drive to my office, and we drove to my office, and we spent a day there, and we went through so many stuff that day. So I really commend you for that. But now you are in the mentorship program already. You within 4 weeks you're able to secure this sort of deal. So what is your aim in terms of getting this property ready as soon as possible?
Yeah. It was just I want to practice all these things I learned from you.
Okay.
I must just practice that one, and then so a few time I can get it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. But what's your plan for this apartment? What do you want to do? What do you intend to do to make it really nice?
My plan now, I want to make it very really different with the other one, and it should be really. I can say I want light. Something would be like when someone see that they say, okay, it's that one I want. So very different, very, if possible, in the first class.
Right, okay. So basically, you're trying to say you want to make it high-end, premium sort of service accommodation. And I'll tell you now, it's the best location to do it.
Yeah.
You are bang in the city center. You cannot get a property better located than this property. So so I believe you could do it. So I know we're doing 2 strategies at the moment. So I know you did discuss about maybe you want to do BRRR as well. Now you've got your service accommodation. So so we're going to start working on that as well, because I did mention, you said you're able to raise a bit of money for us to get that done. I cannot wait to get that done, because now you've proved me that you could do it. So so it is absolutely amazing. So during the mentorship program, what have you learned? What have you done that actually allows you to secure this property?
The first thing, many people, when they talk about property, they think it's too big to a lot of money, but really it's not really a lot of money that people think, just to know how to deal with landlord, and of course to know how to find the landlord. That's very, very important. That's I learned from you.
Okay. Yeah.
And easily I find landlords, easily we talk, and I know which things landlords paid for us. What can I talk to the how can I talk to the landlords to accept my demand? That I do, and that is so I get it.
Yeah. I think, to be honest with you, you did 2 things that are really that really inspired me and make me really want to do this a lot more. Is one, it's when you send the letter, when you send me the photos of the letters. You had about 50 letters or so that you're ready to put on the post. That really made me happy, because I know you implemented what I've taught you. And the second thing also is you meeting me wherever I am, basically. The other day I was in Wolverhampton. I told you I was in Wolverhampton, and then you just drove up to Wolverhampton, met me there, and then we did it. And that also is a very good thing you've done there, and also taking the actions by visiting agents, by going out there talking to landlord, not being inspiring. And one of the key things you have also, I need to let you know this, about you have a good charisma, right? You are very charming, basically. When you are with someone, you make them feel comfortable. So I think that's how you got this landlord, right? Because I know you did not have a phone conversation with him. You asked him to meet face to face, because that way he can see your body language and you can communicate greatly. So what did you really tell him to convince him to get this property 15% below market rent? So what was that little thing you've told them that I taught you?
Yeah, it's just the way we talk, just make, like you say, make it comfortable. We just talk like friends, and I'll let you know maybe a small anecdote. After I sign the contract, I bring him a small present, a champagne. And he's very, very happy. So no, we must meet, our family, because still also have a small family like mine. So it's okay. Let's meet, let's talk. I think just must do that. Make someone friends. Yeah, and then think go. That's it.
Right, exactly. So I remember again in the mentorship program when he said, what is the 2 strengths you had? You did say communication and relationship building skills. Because he said you like to build relationship. I think that's what convinced him, okay? For having a property, an apartment, 2-bedroom apartment, bang in the city center for 15% below market rent, that is absolutely amazing. So why I like these properties, basically, you can do SA and you can rent it out, and you still make money out of it anyways. So I think the relationship building skills, keep that. That is absolutely amazing, because that is one of the ways you've secured this property. And I believe your face-to-face meetings that you normally want to do, also keep that, if you remember what I told you, whatever works, you keep. Whatever doesn't work, you chuck it in the bin. So I know that. This is reason also how I knew this, because when we started, all the meet we've met in the mentorship program is face-to-face. You like face-to-face because you can express yourself a bit more, and also you can use your body language to actually get this done. So do you have anything that you would like to share do you have anything that you want to say to people who are thinking about going into properties, but they're not really sure whether to go in or not, and they have that 2 mind there, they're procrastinating? What is 1 advice or 2 advice you would advise them to actually do to actually start a real estate investment?
Let's say I will just advise in two things. First, mindset.
Yeah.
Get a good mindset. And second one, action.
Yes.
Whatever you are so motivated with, so do action and then think with God.
Fantastic. Wow, that's a very big thing to say.
Yeah.
Mindset and action, that's what gets you to where you want to go. But yeah, thank you so much, Papi. Thank you for inviting me in your apartment. And I'll be back here once everything is done, so that we can see exactly how you've done it. But yeah, really, really happy. I'm delighted you've achieved what you wanted to achieve, your goal in the first 4 or 5 weeks. I'm super excited, and I cannot wait to see what you could achieve in the future. Okay, no problem. Thanks very much, Papi.
Thank you.
Cheers. Bye.